Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem B'chakodash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. This is just an article, all right, that the brother put in the chat yesterday. All right, said Lord Rothschild, a new world. And if you don't know who this guy is, man, this guy, this demon, all right, this Edomite right here. All right, Lord Rothschild. He's a part of the banking families. All right, the richest people in the world. All right, and the wicked, which the Bible speaks of. Okay, which I will get that real quick. See, the Lord put these people on the earth for a reason. All right, now this is Job, the 9th chapter, the 24th verse. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Okay, and that wicked is talking about these Edomites primarily. Okay, these Rothschilds and these elites. See this guy right here? He would be considered an elite. All right, of this world. Okay, and he's the head. They are the top. All right, of Edom. Okay, they're the ones who cause all these different disasters, so-called disasters, and all this hell that's going on. They're behind it. They're the ones who plot it. Okay, it's Micah chapter 2, verse 1. "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." Okay, these devils right here do that. All right. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. And look at that. What does it say? Lord Rothschild, a new currency will arise on 10/10/18. Now, I don't know if it's actually gonna. We don't know if that's actually gonna happen on that exact date, because ultimately the Most High is one who controls it all. Okay. But in order for a new currency to arise, all right, and really take charge, you're gonna need to what? Do away with the old one, which is the U.S. dollar. And this is part of the iniquity that they devised, because that in order for that dollar to go down, you're going to need, or when the dollar crashes, you're going to have a lot of chaos. And out of that chaos, they're trying to bring the New World Order, all right, which is going to have a new world currency, all right? And they're definitely going to mandate and incorporate the chip, the RFID microchip, which is referred to in the scriptures as the mark of the beast, all right, which you're not supposed to take that. But they're going to mandate that, and it's going to be the new currency that they're going to say, this is the standard. You can't, if you do not have this chip, you can't buy or sell. And then they're gonna put the squeeze on people who don't have the chip, till eventually they just come after you and you know what I mean, say if you don't have the chip, you gonna get, you know what I mean, they're gonna come after you. Okay, because then they can start with the whole rhetoric of well, if you don't have the chip, then you are an enemy to the state. You're a potential terrorist. You know, why are you so scared to get chipped? We need to do this to monitor. Because once they have those attacks, which they're planning, all right, these false flag attacks that are about to happen, they can just say, yeah, we need to chip everybody to prevent something like this from happening again. If you don't take the chip, then we know that you are part of those terroristic people, you know? Because all these different disasters that they create is so they can push an agenda, you know. And if they create that fear, okay, then what? People are more willing to listen. So it says, Lord Rothschild, a new world currency will arise on 10/10/18. 30 years ago, Lord Jacob Rothschild, and they got the nerves to call themselves Lord, man. All right, Jacob. Yeah, man, if you notice, they take all these names out the Bible, you know, but they're Satan. They're adverse to the Bible, because that's what the word Satan means, the adversary. And they're adverse to the scriptures. It says, predicted that a one world currency would arise in October 2018 and replace nations' sovereign currencies. Now, it wouldn't be a surprise if it actually happened, because when they say he quote unquote predicted, really more like he planned. All right, because they don't really predict things. They just plan them, okay, and then set them in motion at a set time. You know, because they're making it happen, which really is from the Most High, but he's giving the power onto them right now to make these different things happen. It's in the power of their hands, like we read in the book of Micah. So guess what? They're not really predicting it, because they're doing it. You know, they are the villain, and then they're the ones who claim to be the hero. you know? And then, of course, the hero always knows exactly where the villain is going to do something and foils his plans. That's because what? They are the villain and the hero. So it says the 1988 Rothschild-owned Economist magazine said that 2018 would be the year of a new currency named Phoenix. All right. Man, let me see. All right, let's look up that word Phoenix. Okay, because that word Phoenix represents different things, you know. Mainly, if I'm not mistaken, it represents like rising from the ashes or something like that. Let's see if I have it here. Give me 1 second. Spelled it wrong. Definition. Let's see what they put on here. It says a unique bird that lived for 5 or 6 centuries in the Arabian desert. After this time, blah blah blah. There it is. After this time, burning itself on a funeral pyre, and rising from the ashes with renewed youth to live through another cycle. Okay. There, that's what I said. You see, and that's what you see what it says would be the year of a new currency named Phoenix. All right, which is representing them because they believe that they're gonna continue ruling. The scriptures say no, you're not gonna go past your time. The Most High is giving you a set time to rule, but you're not gonna get to rule past that because they want to ultimately have total domination and total enslavement. All right, of primarily the Israelites, but they want to be God. That's why they want to quote unquote refine their rulership and become the Most High. But that's not gonna happen. All right, because this is all written here. Isaiah 14, starting at verse 12, says, "How wilt thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?" Now, a lot of so-called Christians would use this to try and justify Satan falling from the sky and all that. That never happened. Satan did not rebel against the Lord. All right. Look, man, when you read the book of Job, the first and second chapter, you see Satan has to report to the Lord, and he takes orders from the Lord. He only does what the Most High tells him to do. So clearly, this Lucifer, all right, isn't referring onto spiritual demon Satan. This Lucifer, all right, is an actual man. It represents actual man because when you go on reading, it'll tell you. All right, so it says, "How wilt thou fallen from heaven?" All right, and in this state, that heaven is representing rulership. Okay, a state. So it says, "O Lucifer," which represent these elites, which they call themselves what? The Illuminati. And the word Lucifer means light bearer. Same thing as Illuminati, illuminated, light bearer. So it says, "Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" All right, and that's what's going to happen because this is a prophecy. All right, and the reason it's asking how is because when you looked at the so-called white man and his military might, it seemed as though he would never fall. Okay, so it says, "How art thou cut down to the ground?" Because that's where they're going to go. It tells you that we're gonna dig pits and enslave these Edomites in there, man. In the kingdom of heaven, that's what's gonna happen. It says, "Which didst weaken the nations," and they did. They went around conquering everybody, you know, putting them under subjection to themselves. "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. All right. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." All right. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to prolong their rulership so they can have that one world. OK, they can be everywhere. They can control everybody with that chip. But the Lord is not going to let that happen. OK, so it says King World News reports. So what could be the events that will lead to a major disruption in currency markets and in the world economy in 2018? See, because they need to what? They need to cause some sort of event to happen to be able to do away with the old currency and bring in the new. That's it right there. The Economist. All right, it says get ready for a world currency 2018. Look at that. 10/2018. Wow. 10/10/2018. Look at that. Okay. So it says because everything is designed, is systematically designed. So dollar collapse, the demise of the dollar as the reserve currency of the world is a certainty. All right. So it's certain, man, and that's what we've been saying. We've been telling you the dollar is gonna collapse. All right, and it's not gonna affect only America. It's gonna affect the whole world. It says because the dollar is sort of like a global currency, like it says right here. It is only a question of when it will take place. The dollar does not qualify as, and lately what the Feds have been raising the rates, okay, and also you have investors and economists coming out and saying, man, that America is like the dollar is like a bubble that's just about ready to pop, okay. So it says the dollar does not qualify as the rock of the world currency system. Since the gold backing of the dollar ceased in 1971, it has lost 98% in real terms when measured against gold. But also against most currencies, the dollar has lost greatly. In Swiss francs, for example, the dollar is down 77% since 1971. And lately you have what? Russia dumping U.S. bonds and they're basically trying to de-dollarize, all right, themselves. And not only Russia, but other countries too. It says the dollar is backed by massive debts and deficits. The U.S. has not had a real budget surplus since 1960 and has been running trade deficits since 1975. The dollar, and at some point, is bound to just explode. The dollar is backed by nothing but debts and a strong military. It is living on borrowed time. All right, and real soon that time is about to be up. It says fall of petrodollar and rise of petro-yuan. In 1974, the U.S. agreed to support Saudi Arabia financially and militarily on the condition that the Saudis priced oil in dollars. Since most of the world bought oil from Saudi Arabia at the time, it led to a major demand for dollars, which is still the case today, but not for long. That was the beginning of the petrodollar, which has enabled the U.S. to live above its means for 44 years. But from 2018, the petrodollar will gradually be replaced by the petro-yuan and also the petro-ruble. And that's what we see going on, all right, which China launched the petro-yuan. And it's not doing bad. It says China, the world's largest oil importer, will together with Russia and Iran switch from trading oil in dollars. Trading will be backed by a futures contract in petro-yuan with a potential convertibility to gold. Except for further military intervention in the Middle East, the U.S. now has little chance of stopping this major strike against the dollar. The U.S. is currently virtually self-sufficient in oil production and is no longer a major trading partner of Saudi Arabia. Therefore, the U.S. neither can nor will stop Saudi Arabia moving its sphere of activity from west to east. Okay, and that's what's gonna happen, man. The U.S. is not gonna be able to stop it. So I end up with this precept. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord," telling you that it's a prophecy. It shall come to pass. It's future. That there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate. All right, and when we go into that word, it's basically like a market. Okay, and what the stock market is a market. Okay, it says and what do you do at a market, man? You buy and sell, you trade. Okay, it's just transactions. It says, and then how and why is there going to be a noise and cry from the fish gate? Well, I was going to tell you. And then howling from the second and a great crashing from the hills. All right, because the hills, the scriptures at times use the word hills to represent governments. Okay, and that's what you're going to have. You're going to have a crash of this economic system. All right, which is gonna bring about it's gonna have a chain reaction, and it's gonna affect everyone. See, it says here, "How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off." All right, so all these investors and economists and all that, a lot of them are gonna lose their money. All right, it says, "And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lease, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Well, the Lord has something for those people too. Therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink of the wine thereof. The great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. All right, and it goes on. You can read it by itself. All right, but hey, this is what's coming. It's all prophecy, because it's going to be one thing that leads to another, but it's not going to be a good thing for this world. All right, the great day of the Lord is not going to be a beautiful sight for those that are not of the Lord's elect. All right, and it says what? Hasteth greatly. So destruction is coming, man. All right, and the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Those who think that they can go to the gym and all this so on and this tough talk it's not going to fly with the Lord, man. All right, so hey, this is coming, man. So prepare. All right, because this is all prophecy. Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect, giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Shalom.